Libra, to your New Year's forecast for 2026. Hope you guys are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button. Okay, let's see what's going on with you in 2026. As the snake is leaving, the fire horse will be racing in. Hot, passionate, swift. Okay, let's see what's going on. A little chaotic, right? Definitely, if it's not going to be full of love, then she's definitely full of chaos. That's the truth. So let's see what's going on. So getting straight into the energy for the overall year of 2026. Two cards coming out for you is the 5th house with Scorpio energy. Okay. Doesn't matter. It's like it doesn't really matter. It's really, in this point, it doesn't. So we do have the Scorpion energy over here, which is intense, masterful, thoughtful, magnetically charming, and also secretive and possessive. When we're talking about that 5th house, we're talking about that fun, that place of fun, romance, and a place of creativity. Okay, things are where you build things, you have things that you are proud of. Okay, whether it's songs within your band, you know, things like that, where you're just really getting creative. So I'm loving that. Let's just see how it's going to go. Getting straight into it's going to be a very intense year for you, Virgo Libra. I can see that right off the bat. Going straight into winter, please. January through March. We're also going to have Cancer energy. Talking about Cancer energy, we are going to have those Mercury retrogrades, which are going to be in each water sign this year. It's going to start with Pisces, go straight into Cancer, and straight into Scorpio. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of deep resonating things that are happening this year. That fire horse brings in either deepening relationships or completely wiping them out. Okay, so I mean, that's how that works. Okay, so it's just like that swift, let's go. With this Cancer energy over here, this is the energy that's emotionally sensitive, caring, and loving. It concerns a family, a mother, or a child. And it's going to be in the 3rd house where you have the potential to learn something. So it does feel like January, you are having these intense moments. It could be bringing a lot of chaos in your love and relationships to you. But I also feel like there could be some patience and some quality time with loved ones, your family members, right, as you're navigating through all these emotions that are happening, but you're also learning something. Okay, so that's just because of the Cancer, and Cancer is the family and the house of family. So, I mean, that 3rd house. So let's see. Show me the money over here. Show me a little bit of money over here first for Virgo Libra, because I have a feeling we're going to get into some love over here, right? Could be a possibility. But let's see what we have. Some Aquarius energy coming out with the King of Swords, head over heart, discipline. So I do feel like when it comes to your money over here and finances, I do feel it's going to bring some kind of uncertainty. It's going to require some kind of clarity and discipline, bringing in some blocks. You might even have some creative blocks that are going on. So it does feel like that snake is kind of still pushing on you during the winter time. I really feel like when the fire horse comes in during the Chinese New Year in February, it could start really turning things on edge. It could start really turning things around. You might feel like you're having a little bit of past issues coming back around when it comes to money, especially money and certainties. Okay. But only because you're going to have this kind of like fiery energy, though, too, from Mars, bringing this uncertainty. Having that Aries card here. Yeah, lost opportunities, missed chances. But I do feel like, show me another card. You're definitely going to have some kind of helping hand over here. I do feel like you're going to have somebody coming in that wants to give you a helping hand. You have the helping hand here. So I just feel like here it is, right? Bringing in some past, but feeling like that Mars coming in, that Aries energy coming in, you know, is really pushing you to that next level. But you're going to have this person who's going to come in and really want to help. Could even be new advances. There could be even something like maybe, who knows, something's going to advance to help you. It could just even be your taxes guys coming in to really give you that helping hand as well. You know, it's like finally my, W-2 is here and I need to get in there and, get my taxes done. And then that will help financially getting all those taxes back, right? For some of you, it could definitely be that as well. Okay, so I do see that. So I do see it turning around during almost, it's got to be with, it really does feel like it's going to start right around that late February when that horse starts coming through. Could be definitely going on until that major turnaround. Yeah. It could be going all the way into Aries season as well, which would be springtime where we're going right now. But you do have that Mercury retrograde coming in as well. It's going to be within the Pisces area, so it's going to definitely make you feel a little more emotional. But it could also be expanding some knowledge, some understanding. I do like the Scorpion energy for the overall message for the year because that's going to drive you to want to think deep and intense about certain situations, right? And having those transformations. And a lot of wishful thinking and desiring. You might even feel like you're kind of, with Scorpion energy, there's also this place of kind of a delusion of a wishful thinking of how we're going to do things. So it could feel a little delusional, but it also could stand out for you to help you navigate, right, different areas of what it is you're looking at, right? Like this is the time to do this and that's the time to do that. If I want to restore and redo, a section within my life, then we can completely and totally do that. So it could be looking at a lot of pros and cons as well, that Scorpion energy. So let's get into spring over here. Spring over here is talking about this Capricornian energy with this Gemini energy. The energy around you is serious, materialistic, hardworking, and bestows shrewdness and cautious ambition, but really moving hard, doing a lot of hard work, but also bringing in a lot of communication and a lot of information coming in. So you could feel like there's a lot of direct communication coming into the situation where you're working. So it could literally be work as well. So I do feel like even if it's education, it could be really supported over here by this Capricorn energy. Okay, because it's going to help you feel like you're working hard, keeping on schedule, keeping you where you're supposed to be, but also bringing in a lot of information, right, for you to understand. So I do feel like on education, if you are in school or in any kind of program that you have to learn something, I do feel like there's going to be expansion of knowledge for sure. And I do feel like there's going to be a better understanding. And they're going to offer you a lot more opportunities, especially in a career too. I think you're going to have a lot of career opportunities opening up as well. Because that Gemini is Mercury, so it can be very impactful. Let's see where we're going over here. Yeah, feeling like the challenge, but you're also feeling like we can reconcile, I can make amends with this. And I think it's mostly just, making amends with yourself so that you can enhance things, freshening things up. If you feel like also that you had some kind of past resentment with an earth sign or a Aquarius, I do feel like you can, I don't know, I just feel like you guys can make up on this situation. Whether or not you're actually going to make up and be friends again, or just make up and just let bygones be bygones, right? Because it could also be at the workplace where, you know. So I just feel like it's bringing this kind of like fresh new start, this fresh new idea. But there are also going to be some, I do feel in, you know, in May or April right there, you're going to also have some fresh new challenges at the workplace. I do feel like that's a workplace challenge, but I do feel like somebody is challenging you. Inner feelings and self-love. But I also feel like you're strengthening your financial status as well. Oh, absolutely. On the love side over here, I also see that you have this disharmony and this distrust. There could be a breakup that's coming in. Talking about some kind of self-love that you need to have with some kind of healing due to some kind of lack of commitment. I just feel like this person cannot work with you. They are more of a competition type of situation. It feels like it's more competition working with them in a relationship than it's worth. Yeah, so if you guys are in a love relationship, I see that kind of dwindling down and going outwards. If you guys know your relationship is great, go ahead and throw that away. Okay, for those of you who are, your relationships are great, now let's just see what's going on there. Those of you, yeah, you guys have the 9 of Cups to the 10 of Pentacles. You guys are doing great. If anything, those of you who are married and doing great within your relationship, it looks like you're more worried about how you're going to deepen your finances. You know, it just feels like other things are being intensified around the house, right? Around your relationship, bringing in new professions, new growths, new strategies, working hard together. Yeah, some home front issues. Could be strengthening your relationship, building your house up, building your house up, doing some passionate endeavors. Your relationship could even be deepening, could even be getting ready to go on vacation. Yeah. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Man, you guys are just getting in there and getting the nitty gritty done, aren't you? You're like, nope, I'm going to try to hit every, you guys are like trying to hit every house. I mean, every house is going to be there anyways, but it just feels like things that were really deep rooted within conflict in areas of your life are really being settled. And I think that it really started with that 3rd house of things that you could see and really work on. Going straight into the summertime, you do have the 10th house. Well, it's the only house coming out. Okay. The only thing coming out, your achievements and status in the outside world. So it's really going to emphasize on how your career front is going. It really wants to favor on that, what's going on in the outside world. Show us why. Spotlighting. Having a little temptation. Temptations to want to grow, to succeed. Temptations to push yourself to that next challenge, to push yourself to that next area within your life. But it's going to demand a little more discipline, a little more self-confidence. But I do feel like you guys are spotlighting and you're getting ready to push yourself to that next level. There's a lot of determination when you come out as the Queen of Wands. So I do feel like it's bringing in the pressures. It is a pressure. And in fact, your boss might even be feeling like you need this pressure, but watch your health. Don't let anybody push you to the point to where you're, you know, that your health is on the line. You start feeling too stressed out, pull back. It's not worth it. It's not worth, okay, pushing yourself over the line for your health issues. If you know you're tired, take that break. Because it does feel like you might have a boss who has high expectations of you, or you have high expectations of yourself and you're pushing yourself too much. Make sure, though, you are very productive. Make sure that you are watching your health and fitness. Fast thinking, there's going to be a lot of fast thinking and defending your belief system also at this time, as you're going to find that there's going to be fresh new investments and gains, but also fresh new ideas and stuff coming, guys. Yeah, there's something a little toxic, though, going on over here, but I just feel like it's a lot of pressure that you're putting on yourself, where you're pushing yourself to that extra level that can actually hurt you, so be careful. There is no reason in the world that we should push ourselves to the point to where we can actually hurt ourselves, okay, in the health area. So it does feel like there's bringing some uncertainty. There's going to be some uncertainty in the beginning, but it looks like you guys, all that uncertainty that you had is now coming back around. Look at that. Yeah, it's coming back around. So it's like you're putting yourself in the knowing, you know exactly where you're going. Vitality is there, but like I said, don't, avoid any kind of inner conflict that's going to hurt yourself, because I do feel like you're getting worn down. You're putting so much on yourself to get to that point, to that place. Okay. You don't need that kind of stress, my friends. Okay. And I know you're Virgo Libra. You need to feel, like, perfectionism. Don't let that Virgo perfectionism actually kill you. Like, not even joking. Not even joking. Don't let it kill you. Okay. Going to end fall in 2026 with fall. October through December, please, you have Libra energy coming in. Is that your own energy coming through? This is where you're going to feel like you're getting a lot of support. You're going to feel very balanced within this situation. You're going to feel like the ideal conditions are for you because everything now is balanced. I love it. So you're going to really feel like you are in this knowing, like I know what's going on within this situation. I am the king. I am the queen. Wow. I do feel like your health is improving a lot because you have learned to transform your energy into more constructive energy, but also pulling yourself back to where this is where it needs to be. It's not always working harder, it's working smarter, right? So sometimes it's just about how we're going to push things together. So I do feel like whatever it was that you were uncertain about, you definitely have learned how to pull that all together throughout the whole year. Wow, that's crazy. And feeling more, loving about the situation, feeling like you're creating a beautiful palace for yourself, building your enterprise, having fun while doing it, and becoming the Four of Wands. So you definitely feel like you've met that milestone. You have won the race. You are celebrating. There's a lot of homecoming going on over here. You might even go to somebody's wedding, or you might be in a wedding. Maybe you have a baby shower, something big and spectacular. Some wild achievement is going on over here. It could even be you winning some kind of award for doing whatever it was, right? Maybe you're employee of the month, employee of the year, who knows, right? So I do feel like whatever is going on, it's completely now impacted the strength of this pillar, whether it's your relationships, your work. I just feel like, you're at this phase within your life where you are just completely go. I am in action. I'm in creation mode. I'm manifesting. But you know how to wield that, and you're really on this roll because you're really building. You're in this place of wanting to build. You're in this place that if it's competition, that we'll learn how to gradually get around competition, because competition is a part of life. It doesn't have to be a downfall, but it doesn't have to be a stressful moment either. It could just be that we take it as, oh, you want to be in competition with me? Cool, let's be. Because you know what? Life is a race in its own way. No matter what. They want to say life is not a race, but it's like, it is in a lot of ways. Because if I don't catch this, right? If I don't catch this customer, the guy down the street will. Right? Of course it is. Whoever would tell you that life is not challenging, is ridiculous. Of course it is. And if it's challenging, then it's probably a competition in a lot of ways. Now, there are a lot of things we shouldn't have competition for. But there are certain things that life will be in competition, especially if you own your own business. You think for a second that McDonald's was not in competition with Burger King? Of course they were. Right? It's like, I make the best fish sandwich. No, I do, right? They're always trying to outdo each other. No, I don't think McDonald's gives a shit anymore. They've gotten to their place. But in the beginning, think about it, there always were. I know when I was a kid, it always felt like they were on competition. He makes a guacamole bacon burger. He makes a guacamole bacon burger. There's some kind of competition in the air, right? Now, who made it better? Ooh. And not one person can always say that, because you could say, well, they did, and they didn't. Well, we'll know by their sales, right? I would say if it stays on the menu, you know they did good. If it falls off the menu, they didn't do very well. Okay, so yeah, you have creative opportunities and the fruits of your labor. And a lot of you also have gotten rid of a love, I just want you to know, and are single for the majority of 2026 after that love has fallen out. But it looks like you're single and you're ready to mingle, or you're single and just loving it. Okay, so I just want to bring that up because it does look like that. And like I said, you're single, ready to mingle, because this is the new love card. So you could be ready for new love now by the by December, November area, by the fall time. Okay. And like I said, for others of you, it's just you know, just loving it, being the dreamer, knowing your possibilities, being happy, and finding that new love within yourself and saying, I don't need another person to, you know, try to compliment me or, you know, make me better. I don't need another half at this time, right? Just doing myself and having a great time doing it. Too busy. And for some of you, it's just because you're too busy in work. You're too busy working on literally the fruits of your labor, working on your money, building your empire, making yourself better, wanting to have other things to deal with. You know, you might have kids to deal with. You might have, you know, running your own business. You might be trying to buy a house, build a house. Who knows what you're doing, right? Whatever this phase is within your life, it's super important to you, and is definitely where you're keeping the intensity and really mastering. So when you say Scorpio master, you are definitely mastering this situation from that side of passion and what it is you truly want. That was never, definitely is there. You might even be keeping a lot of shit to yourself this year too, which I do like. You're saying, because I don't want to listen to your nonsense. I know what I'm doing, and if I tell everybody all my plans, they're going to ruin my manifestation, or, you know, try to tell me what I don't want to hear, because I already know what I'm doing. Make gentleness a habit. Know thyself. It's the most important task you have. That's crazy. I just said that. I don't want to tell the world, because I know what I have. I know what I expect, and I don't want to hear what they think I should do, or if they don't like it, or think it's going to fall apart. Because think about it. If they think it's going to fall apart, then they already got that negative energy inside me, where it was just full of fight, let's go, passion, love. You have the passion all over the place as you're building, loving it. You guys are amazing. I will see you next year. Bye-bye.